Hey guys, this is Typhorce Reacts, and I'm back to react to Death Battle, the Season 10 finale. Galactus versus Unicron. Marvel Comics versus Transformers. So, yeah, I'm prepared to not have viewers for the next few months. Because, very rarely have I gotten viewers, that crack even, the triple digits, except for these death battle reactions. It's why I do them, because, I get a lot of viewers, and it's nice to have people pay attention to me. But, yeah, at least in a positive way, I'm not the kind of guy who looks forward to negative attention. I'm not that kind of guy. But, yeah, alright, I guess I kind of have to accept that people are really mostly here for my death battle reactions instead of, all the other anime that I watch consistently on this channel. If you want to check them out, I got reactions to My Hero Academia, Black Clover, Bleach 1000-Year Blood War, just a whole bunch of other stuff. Komi Can't Communicate also. I do a whole lot of varieties of stuff. But yeah, alright. So, Galactus versus Unicron. I should probably get to the point. Who do I think is gonna win? Probably Galactus. That's just kind of what happens when you have a character who's been around for a whole lot longer than the other character. They just seem to have a whole lot more stuff than that other character. It's only in very rare circumstances where a character who is more recent has more stuff than a character who's been around for a long time. But yeah, in terms of this one, though, granted, it is not an easy fight to predict, but it kind of goes out the window when you give Galactus the ultimate nullifier, which is apparently something... remember the DMAT from Rick versus the Doctor, the thing the Doctor had to, erase someone from a timeline? Well, the ultimate nullifier is that, but on steroids. Basically, it erases you from existence, from, all... I'm pretty sure it affects, all timelines if something is hit by it. Literally the first ever usage of the ultimate nullifier was, literally destroyed most of the universe. So, yeah, in terms of, and Unicron is definitely a lot more powerful than I originally thought he was, so that's something. But if he gets hit with the ultimate nullifier, I think that could be enough for Unicron to, get wiped out from literally all of existence, all timelines, and the entire multiverse, because every multiverse, Unicron is the same. So, it's the same person. So, yeah, alright. But anyway, yeah, it's gonna be a really cool fight regardless. This is one of the most... It is the most requested death battle in the entire history. It's been requested since Season 1. That's how long I've seen this matchup be requested. And, yeah, and it's kind of surprising it hasn't been done yet. You'd think back in, Season 8, when they were like, oh, this is our 10-year anniversary. Let's have a whole bunch of matchups that people want and all that. And Galactus vs. Unicron was not the finale. It was Saitama versus Popeye. Not that I'm complaining, that episode was fantastic regardless. It's just, the perfect time to do it was 2 years ago, guys. But anyway, I'm just glad they're doing it now, especially considering this is the first season they ever did with, community requested matchups, with Bill versus Discord, and Cole McGrath versus Alex Mercer. And, oh yeah, in next season, we already know, the community poll, the Tournament of Champions, really. They've already confirmed the matchup. The next matchup is going to be Wile E. Coyote versus Tom from Tom and Jerry. Wile E. Coyote from Looney Tunes versus Tom from Tom and Jerry. I probably should say that. I'll talk about that after this episode, because no doubt they're gonna publicly announce it. Other than how they regularly announced it, I should say. They're probably gonna confirm it at the end of the episode, so maybe they might even confirm some other episodes. Who knows? But you never know. With when a death battle season comes to an end, you don't know what they're gonna tease for next time. So yeah. Anyway, I'm almost 5 minutes into this. I need to really get started on the episode, so let's just jump right in, and we'll start things up in 3, 2, 1, play.
This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp and Death Battle.
Okay. Oh. Oh, is this just something they're gonna do from now on?
Galactus,
Okay.
Devourer of Worlds.
And Unicron, Almighty Chaos Bringer.
Okay, finally, they're
That's
bringing the
right,
subtitles
it's the
back.
day
Thank
we've all been
thank
waiting
goodness.
for.
Okay.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. Because they did it for Goku vs. Superman in the last episode, like they just gave
Boomstick.
a tiny little
What is the
preview
nature
at the beginning of the video. All right.
It's 3.5 beers too early for that kind of question, Wiz.
No, seriously, is the wolf that hunts the hare evil? What about the bear that kills the wolf?
Right,
Or the man that slays the
Is
bear?
this good versus
that
evil, or is this just
or
nature? Yeah, there we
Perhaps
go.
This question was on Galen of Ta's mind as he hurtled toward the end of infinity.
I'm pretty sure the question on his mind was, how do I turn this goddamn spaceship around?
Eon
No,
ago, the
actually.
planet Ta was
He
a
decided to
paradise,
go out in
the most
style.
advanced civilization the universe had ever known.
Too bad the universe was coming to an end.
Yeah.
I hate it when that happens.
The Ta'an scientist Galen watched as the rest of his race ignominiously perished and decided to die gloriously on his own terms.
By flying
There we
a
go.
ship into the sun, just like great.
He's just like, yeah, the universe is collapsing. I'm going to go out on my own terms. Yeah. It's one of those things I can't help but respect.
God.
As the last living thing left before the universe's end, Galen was visited by the sentience of the multiverse, who merged with him as part of a cosmic cycle of death and rebirth.
Ah,
As the old
okay, yeah.
multiverse died, a new one was born, and the scientist Galen was no more. In his place was a being of untold power, the Ravager of Galaxies, Galactus.
Well, despite looking like a masochist giant purple vibrator, G-Dog
Errol
here
the
is one of the
Frankler's
strongest
victim of
beings in all
countless
Marvel,
backstory
baby. And
retcons.
there's only one
Yeah,
thing he
that's
wants
fair.
To do. Eat friggin' worlds.
Galactus is so unbelievably, mind-meltingly powerful that strong doesn't really begin to describe
Right,
him.
yeah.
Just being near him will begin to warp your perception of reality. In truth, he isn't even really a physical being with a soul anymore, but composed of energy itself. The power cosmic.
The power cosmic. Yeah, remember all that stuff said about the Silver Surfer? Well, change it up to 11 with Galactus. He's the one who gave the Silver Surfer his powers.
Described as being in touch with every other living thing at once.
I can't wait to see how, like,
Power Cosmic allows
Energon
one
and
access to
the
a
co-
near
the Power
infinite
Cosmic,
pool of
like,
knowledge
you know,
and the ability to
affect
sense
each
danger
other, I
ahead of
should
time.
say.
I don't think there's a lot for him to be afraid of. He can manipulate matter, read and control the minds of gods, and teleport entire galaxies across the universe.
The Power Cosmic allows him fundamental control over life itself, manipulating souls, creating new life forms from nothing, and even resurrecting the dead. And because his body is composed of energy, he can't really be hurt in the traditional physical sense.
Yeah,
this
that makes
allows
sense.
him to grow or shrink his body with seemingly no limit, and alter his appearance.
Wait. He chooses to look like that?
His physical appearance matches the species observing him, so a human
Okay.
sees a human Galactus, a Skrull Galactus, and so on.
Okay.
So it's just like how I see the world.
What are you staring at?
What matters
Okay,
most to
alright.
me in the world. Awesome.
No,
All
not
right, then.
awesome. Very not awesome. At least as far as Galactus is concerned, since witnessing his approach is itself the end of the world. You would only
Yeah.
have enough time to pray to your paltry gods before Galactus consumed your entire planet, absorbing its energy into himself, then moving on to his
And
next
then,
meal.
yeah, moving
Man, I
on.
guess
He's
his
kind of like,
costume is
the gods of
appropriate because he
destruction
sounds
in
like a
Dragon
total
Ball.
dick.
Like,
come on, man.
they
You
destroy
want
because
your
it's
whole
their
planet
job.
die? Now you're gonna go around the universe doing the same thing?
It's not entirely his fault. Galactus'
Yeah.
power is so immense that the only thing that can sustain him is the consumption of entire worlds.
Yeah.
Without this constant feeding, he would perish, just as humans would without consuming plants or other animals.
Yeah.
I like how I hunt squirrels because I hate each and every one of them.
No, categorically the exact opposite, actually. Galactus isn't vengeful or cruel.
Right,
If he
yeah.
could avoid any unnecessary death, he would. But just as the universe
But
is
he-
bound by the laws of
but,
physics,
yeah.
Galactus is bound by his hunger.
And that hunger has put him in conflict with some of Marvel's other heaviest
Yeah,
hitters.
it's-
like Odin
it's
and
not
the
that he
Phoenix
wants
Force.
to, he
Galactus's
needs
fight with
to.
the other and the Scryer got so intense, they threatened the entire infinite multiverse just as a side effect of the battle.
While
All right,
Galactus himself can comfortably cross
At least
countless
it wasn't
light years in
Mephisto
seconds,
this time.
some of of these beings are more like abstract concepts than actual living things.
Yeah,
Many of which
okay.
operate outside of linear time.
Like this alien bug dude who tried to use Galactus' energy to destroy 2 whole universes. Even after being drained by him, he still nuked 3 whole star systems before getting a snack.
Should he somehow be threatened by beings beyond even the scope of his power, Galactus crafted a device to solve all of his problems. The
there we go.
ultimate nullifier.
In case that name isn't obvious enough, it's a teeny tiny weapon that destroys anyone you think of.
It doesn't just destroy them, it destroys everything. The entire
Yep.
multiverse is eradicated, then recreated without the target.
Without
An
the target.
Extremely roundabout way of winning, but it works. That's exactly what happened when Galactus used it on the abstract god of destruction, Abraxas.
He destroyed the god of destroying things with a Happy Meal toy. It's like my therapist said. Great things come in small packages.
And the
Yeah,
nullifier
you see
was
why
key
we
to
think this
Galactus's
that
first
could
great
probably
defeat upon his
that
inevitable
could probably
arrival
kill
on Earth.
Unicron.
When that pesky Reed Richards managed to get his stretchy hands on the thing, Galactus finally backed down and spared the planet.
Which makes no practical sense. The Ultimate Nullifier is a part of Galactus himself. It uses his own power. He can summon it at any time and even escape its effects by hiding in a pocket dimension. It even had the safety on.
Maybe he was just bored.
After billions of years of cosmic genocide just to survive, I'm pretty sure Galen forgot what it meant to be mortal. Perhaps that was the true evil all along, the slow death of Galen's humanity. Because what could be more terrifying than a being that sees everything and everyone you know and love as nothing more than his next meal?
Right, yeah. Ooh, yeah, that's
This episode of Death Battle
yeah,
is
that's
sponsored
quite the
by
thing.
BetterHelp.
Like,
Whiz, it's getting to be the holiday
yeah,
season again,
like
and I just
he
know
said,
Mama
like the
Boomstick
Ultimate
is
Nullifier
finally
was
getting
made
the
from
bug
his
I'm
own
drooling over.
was his
There's
own
gonna be
creation.
something
He
yours
could
dug
do
in.
whatever he wanted
A
with it.
couple
The safety
undiscovered
was
elements
still
would be
on when
nice,
Reed Richards
but
grabbed
the
it, but
holidays are also
just I
about
think
giving
the
gifts to
audacity
yourself.
of it,
Maybe that
Galactus
means
kind of
giving
went,
yourself a break
huh.
during this busy month or treating yourself
what have
when
I
you got the
become?
time.
Yeah.
And in anticipation
All
for
right,
New Year,
but
sometimes
anyway,
that means
yeah, I'm
therapy.
looking forward to
Therapy
learning
can
more
be
about
super
Unicron
helpful
because, like I said,
year-round, but
Unicron was a lot
especially
more
during
powerful
this
than I
season.
originally
The
thought he
holiday
was. I just
blues
kind
are
of
no
thought,
joke.
I just
If
kind
you're
of
thinking about
originally
starting
assumed he was
therapy,
like, haha,
consider giving
planet
BetterHelp a
consumer, go
try.
burr,
What's
you know,
great
that
is
kind
it's
of thing.
totally online,
But
so it's
apparently,
super flexible with your
Unicron is
schedule and
Transformers
convenience.
Satan.
All you have to do is
so,
fill out a brief questionnaire and get matched
all
with
right,
a licensed therapist.
but yeah,
If
so
it isn't a perfect match,
you see,
switch
you guys see
therapists at
why
any
I think
time
the
at
Ultimate
no additional
Nullifier
charge.
is probably the
Visit
be-all, end-all of this fight.
BetterHelp.com/deathbattle today to
Like
get
whether it's
10%
going,
off
and
your first
I think
month.
they pretty much well
That's
established that, yeah, it can work on like abstract concepts, which is essentially what Unicron also is. So, yeah,
In the beginning,
could probably
before
work.
heaven and earth, before light and dark, there was Unicron. Created by the formless, primordial being known as the One to explore the fledgling multiverse, Unicron instead decided to consume
yeah,
everything.
Unicron instead looked at the
Come on,
multiverse and said,
bad Unicron, bad god, bad.
what a
The One
delicious snack
decided
that
to
looks to
split
me.
Unicron into two beings, one of order and hope known as Primus,
Primus
the other
and the
chaos and
original
evil known as Unicron.
Unicron.
Again.
Yeah, all right.
Let go
I
of
mean,
your
that makes
sibling
sense. The original
rivalries, they
personality
pushed
wanted
each
to
other's
consume
chain over
everything,
the
so
fate of
it
all
makes sense that
existence. That is,
this new
until
one,
the goody
who
little
wants to
douche
consume
who
everything,
Primus tricked
would be
his
named
bro
the same
into
thing.
imprisoning their souls in giant
Call him in the
asteroids.
Armada
Classic
comics, okay.
sibling prank. For me, it was the dryer.
Fundamental
Primus
concept of
terraformed
evil.
his
Yeah.
asteroid into what would later be known as the planet Cybertron, while Unicron did something different.
Yeah.
He turned his planet into a planet that eats other planets. Not only that, it can change its form into
Mm-hmm.
a giant badass robot Satan. He's literally the first Transformer.
And with this new
Yeah.
body, Unicron would travel
What
the
an
cosmos,
amazing
consuming
movie. Like, I
planet
haven't
after
seen it in
planet
full,
and
but, like,
universe after
look at all
universe.
this,
Not
like,
necessarily because of
just
any
the amount
hunger
of
or
detail
greed,
that must
but
have
because
gone into
Unicron
that
is the
original
physical
Transformers movie.
embodiment of death and
Astounds
destruction.
me.
He is literally programmed
I really
to
need to see the
destroy
whole thing one
everything.
day.
God's gotta do what a god's gotta do. And good luck trying to fight back. Uni's robot body comes with a tractor beam, eye lasers, fire breath, a chest cannon, and an antibody system in case anyone tries to pull a Drax on him.
Unicron can mentally dominate an entire race of beings, erase things from existence, warp the fabric of space and time, and even manipulate matter itself.
So even if his big robot
So,
body is
yeah,
damaged or
like,
destroyed,
they
he can
are
repair it
a
like
lot
any
more
split, or
similar
even send
than
his spark
originally
out to
assumed,
find a new
too,
host.
so yeah.
Essentially the Transformers version of a soul.
Because I think the
Unicron's
original
spark is
premise for this
immensely
matchup was
powerful and produces
Planet
its own
Eaters go
energy
brr,
source,
but
Dark Energon.
yeah,
Unicron
then
is so evil that
yeah.
he can literally turn his bad dude energy into weapons of mass destruction, like unholy blades or planet-busting lasers.
This Dark Energon will corrupt any that consumes it, turning them into a puppet of Unicron himself.
Yep.
It's also
Most
obviously
famously,
the opposite of
you know,
regular
Megatron
Energon, which
into
is created by
Galvatron,
Primus
so-
and what fuels the Transformer race. So Unicron
Also, I do love how
basically
this
runs
episode
on
was
the
foreshadowed,
opposite of
like,
life.
throughout the entire
He's
season, like,
death as a
through a
big
few
robot.
Easter eggs, as
Did
well
he
as
even
Silver
be
Surfer
killed?
appearing,
Not by any
and then Megatron
conventional
appearing,
means. Even
and
the
Megatron
destruction of
becoming
his spark
Galvatron, you know,
isn't guaranteed
heralds
to
of
end
each
him. He will
respective
continue to
combatant in this
exist as a
episode.
necessary force that drives the cosmos. Anytime he's destroyed, he will appear again in a new universe. In fact, almost every Unicron you've seen in movies, TV, and comics
Yep,
are the same,
the same
Unicron.
one.
Unicron is a literal force
this
of
is far-
nature.
this is by
You
far the most
can't
powerful
reason
iteration.
with a
Okay.
hurricane that hates you. All you can do is see it and get the hell out of the way. But this hurricane is never gonna stop until you and everyone you know is DED dead. His mere
DED.
presence drove an entire planet insane.
I was trying to be poetic before, but this is what evil is.
Yes.
Incomprehensible, undeniable, inescapable.
This is not
You can't
nature.
even wait
This
to
is
know he
Galactus
is
being.
unbound
I
by
mean,
the
this is
concept of
Unicron
linear
being
time.
evil.
The Chaos Bringer is so powerful, his mere presence wrecks the space-time continuum and can erase galaxies from existence just by strolling by.
To be clear, it isn't the force he's generating by moving that destroys things. It's his existence.
Oh.
His mere being is so overwhelmingly evil that the fabric of space-time cannot fathom Unicron's presence.
Oh,
Dude, no wonder he was able to devour nearly a quarter of the entire multiverse. One universe
Okay.
at a time.
Estimates for the size of the Transformers multiverse vary, from over 15 quadrillion universes to an infinite number of universes, branching timelines, and planes of existence. And who better to portray a being who brings death to the universe than the man who gave birth to modern cinema? A final role
okay.
fitting for an artist so much larger than life. Or deeply ironic that it's a feature-length toy commercial.
The
okay.
Transformers movie has always been celebrated for its excellence. I say,
Despite that
okay, that was out of nowhere, but
the
okay.
Chaos Bringer's almighty
I mean,
rampage
yeah, he gets
through
drunk all the
reality
time, but
has been
that-
halted
okay.
a number of times, usually due to the
Matrix of leadership, yeah.
the essence of Primus himself.
Like I said,
and the
he has
embodiment
been
of all
destroyed a
hope
few
and
times,
light in
like-
the universe.
are you telling
But
me
it's
that
only the
Robo
Unicron
Satan
of that
was
universe.
defeated by the power of friendship? Forget beer. I'm gonna need some of that shit going straight into the vein.
As the abstract idea of evil actualized, any notion of goodness is directly antithetical to his being.
As incomprehensible to Unicron as he is to us.
But despite the best efforts of heroic Transformers
Yeah,
like
but,
Optimus
like, yeah,
Prime,
Galactus is
Unicron
not
has
good
always
or
returned
evil. He's
from
just
smoldering ashes of
is.
defeat and risen to threaten reality again.
It's his very nature.
Such as the time a united armada of Autobots, Decepticons, and an entire people created from his cells, the Minicons, tried to destroy him once and for all.
They actually succeeded in killing him until Galvatron's hatred for Optimus brought Unicron back to life.
Yeah.
Because challenging Unicron means challenging evil itself.
Right.
Destroying destruction itself. An impossible paradox.
You can't kill Unicron because killing is literally what Unicron is. So, what does that mean for us?
Every petty act of violence, every war, every cruelty, every death battle gives Unicron life. The life he'll use to kill us all. We are culpable in our own annihilation.
Unicron's not just
Yikes.
some comic book villain. He's all there is and all there will be. He was there at the beginning and he'll be there at the end. He's a law of physics. He's as inevitable as your dying breath.
Jesus, now you got me scared.
Okay, yeah, the end. Okay,
This
I
episode
will.
of Death
If
Battle is
nothing
sponsored
else,
by Death Battle. It's called synergy, right?
all
Liz?
right,
Popular
but
demand,
like I
Death Battle
said,
the game is finally back. And
oh,
available
okay, the
for
game,
pre-order
okay, Death Battle the
this
game.
December.
Okay, but
Ever wanted to
they
live
did
out
a
your
really
very
good
own
job
Death
of
Battle
hyping
with
up
you as the
Unicron,
combatant?
like
Of course
really
you
treating
have.
him
Death
like the
Battle
big
game
deal
is a
that he really
fast-paced head-to-head
is,
card and dice
which
game
is
where
good
players
because
will
I didn't
battle
think
to
he
the
was a
death.
big deal
Are
at first
you
until I
dead enough
actually
to win
started
a
looking
death battle?
into him.
The first player to eliminate
And they
all of their
still
opponent's
managed to
cards
surprise me with
wins.
just how big of a
Who will
deal
be the
Unicron
last one
is.
standing?
And I
With
love
100
it because
weapon,
Unicron
armor,
was
and
like one of
skill
my
cards
favorite
that let
Transformers
tons
to
of
learn about
options for
as a
character
kid
creation.
because
Oh,
I
and
thought,
who could forget
oh, a
50
Transformer that can
custom dice?
transform
If you
into
know
a
someone who
planet?
just can't
I
get
thought that
enough
was
of
the
the
coolest
post-pounding
thing ever
battles
as a
between
kid.
fiction's
And
deadliest
yeah,
characters, and sometimes
I
the
never
silliest.
really bothered
This
looking
is
much
the
into him as a
perfect
kid.
gift.
Like I said, I
Pre-order
was
your
not
copy
really a
of Death Battle the
Transformers
game this
kid.
December and
I
ring
was
in the
more
new year
focused
with
on
your
Power
favorite
Rangers.
internet show
That was
brought to
really
life.
all I
Go to
watched.
store.roosterteeth.com
But, yeah,
to pre-order your copy and get ready, 'cause
but yeah,
it's
I still
time
think
for a death
Death-
battle.
Oh, okay, all right, we're just jumping right in.
All right, the combatants
Never
are
mind.
set.
Okay,
We've run the data through all possibilities.
possibilities.
It's
time for
the
a death battle.
you've been asking for forever.
Well, yeah, makes sense. Okay. I still think the ultimate nullifier would probably still kill Unicron.
Your world has come to an end.
Oh, of course they're fighting over a planet.
Halt! This planet is mine to consume. So saith Galactus, destroyer of worlds.
Begone, thus decrees Unicron, Chaos Bringer.
It's like, you are not the first planetoid I've fought. Alright, ooh. Fun.
Madness, so quick to beg for Oblivion's embrace.
Oblivion.
Literally grab Galactus with the horns and need him. Okay, alright.
Begone.
Grab the sun! Yeah, okay, yeah, and Galactus can literally transform his shape. Oh! Oh! Okay. Oh, Dark Energon clashing with the Power Cosmic. Ooh. Yeah, that's
I am the power cosmic incarnate.
right, yeah. Ooh.
Easily felled.
Ooh.
Fleeing so readily, Unicron.
No devourer.
Oh.
Transforming.
Oh.
Beg not for mercy, behold blackening sky. Against mine chaos, even gods will die.
Jesus, okay. Huh.
Galactus meets your challenge.
Okay.
Will bring destruction to it all.
And destruction.
Nature versus evil.
Humanity, in first and last, true immortality.
I have no patience left. Return
All right. Moment of truth.
to the void where none may hear your screams. You know not the power which you command.
Of course I do. Your death I thus demand. Finally, I have won.
Oh. Okay, no.
Power bringer of chaos. Yet by my vigor thou hast much need. Witness the last fate that awaits you thus. Chaos must now feed.
All right, yep,
We know
Galactus wins.
and
All
Unicron
right.
were beings who could manipulate reality itself and do basically anything.
Older than the universe, unbound by time, they had each other matched in a lot of ways.
So
Okay.
it ultimately came down to which of them was more powerful.
All
Both
right.
could threaten an entire infinite multiverse, but Unicron could only do so over time,
Oh,
devouring them
okay.
one by one.
While Galactus' battle with the Scryer and the other threatened to destroy the entire Marvel multiverse as just a side effect.
Okay.
Not to mention, Galactus tussles with cosmic beings like himself all the time.
Yeah.
While Unicron is
But-
usually the top dog in Transformers,
Right, yeah,
he's a
other
big
than
fish
Primus,
in a
but-
relatively small pond.
Right,
Relatively Marvel,
okay.
at least.
That might sound better for Unicron at first, but it means he has way less experience than Galactus.
Right.
And full-on
He
fights
hasn't-
against dudes his size.
Yeah,
And
okay.
while Unicron has used Dark Energon to infect and corrupt other beings in the past, Galactus technically doesn't have a soul thanks to his cosmic rebirth from Galen.
Oh,
And he's
okay.
fended off mental attacks before, so there's no real reason to think that would work here.
And as lame as it is, the ultimate nullifier is just really, really overpowered.
Despite
Yeah,
Unicron
okay,
being
there
able
we
to
go.
survive the destruction of his spark, the ultimate nullifier is significantly more thorough. Consider
Okay.
the time it was used against Abraxas, a being that embodied the abstract concept of the multiverse's destruction.
Sounds like
Ah,
somebody you
yeah,
know?
that sounds
Even
really
against someone
familiar.
Like that, the good old Oli Nully had no problem erasing him from reality.
Cannot
And
resist
the
the ultimate
same would
nullifier,
happen to
okay.
Unicron. While
Weaker than-
Galactus
weaker
could
than
only
a satiated
hide in a
Galactus,
pocket dimension,
okay.
Just as he escaped the nullifier before.
Unicron was an insanely terrifying threat, but Galactus
Yep.
had the power, experience, and arsenal to ultimately annihilate him.
If you thought Galactus was going down in this fight, you were Unicron.
The winner
Okay.
is
What a way to
Galactus.
end the season, I guess. We started with the smallest guys, and now we ended with the
10's
biggest
done,
guys.
But season 11 is on the way.
Right.
Thanks so much for watching, and a special
Okay,
thanks
we
to our
just
channel
gotta
members for
confirm
being
Wiley
champions
versus
this year.
Tom, or
Get ready for more Death Battle.
but
in
or are we gonna get
2024.
more? Okay. Oh. Wiley Coyote versus Tomcat. Okay. Oh, there was something else there. Okay, whatever. I'm not gonna go any further on that. But yeah, okay. Not really sure what to say. I mean, the death battle, like the battle itself, was like really big in scale, and just I kind of liked how some things like in the beginning just had no impact because that's just kind of the scale we're operating at here. Planets getting shoved into their faces is really nothing to them. So, and it isn't until like near the end where they start going all universal on us that things actually start, actually having some bit of effect. But yeah, I think it ended just a bit quickly. It did kind of feel rushed at the end for a second, but oh well. It's not my this wasn't my favorite Death Battle season, and I definitely prefer Goku vs Superman 3. But it's still a great episode. Season 10 is definitely the best Death Battle season we've gotten. And I mean that wholeheartedly and sincerely. This season, okay, some previous episodes, like mainly from like season 2, are probably still better than some episodes in season 10. But we're operating on two very different scales. Season 2 had less restrictions. This one, the fact that season 10 has all these restrictions and I still maintain it to be the best Death Battle season is just more impressive to me. So, yeah, alright. Can't wait to see what the Cypher Wheel was all about. Like, I know they're probably gonna answer a whole lot of questions there. But, yeah, alright. I don't have anything else I can say. Well, actually, I promised to talk about Wiley versus Tom. The Community 1 Death Battle, of the Tournament of Champions, is Wiley Coyote from Looney Tunes versus Tom from Tom and Jerry. I can't help but be excited for it, but at the same time, the two death battles it killed, I can't help but want to avenge them. I'm not a champion member, in case you don't know, but but if I was going to vote in that one, I would not have voted for for Wiley versus Tom, simply because let's see, Kratos versus Ashura was the runner-up last year, and it's now the runner-up this year. I kind of feel bad for them. and I would have voted for them simply because I'd like point a gun at Wily versus Tom. It's like, that was for Gru versus Megamind, you son of a bitch. But yeah, all right. So yeah, fun episode. This is really, really, really fun. Regardless, and they gave Unicron a whole lot of respect, and I gotta hand it to them for that. But yeah, I've got nothing else to say, so I'm just gonna end the video here. So yeah, see you in season 11, everybody. So yeah, till next time, guys. See ya.